Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited that we're shooting another video today because it has been a hot minute since Sama and I have sat down and have done a little business convo and talked directly to you. So, side note, okay, I just want to explain something here. Sama, I call her Sama. Her name is actually Kristen Korsh, and you should check her out on Instagram. She just started a new Instagram feed with all of her amazing photography stuff. So it's at Kristen Korsh. We're going to throw up the bar here so you can go and follow her. So let me tell you why I call her Sama, first of all. Her last name, her maiden name, used to be Sarna. And Kristen flew with me to Cancun to shoot my wedding, and the ticketing office misspelt her name on her ticket going over to Mexico. A total gong show. Kristen is here at the airport. So is Isabella. And Air Canada Vacations misspelt Kristen's name, her last name. They spelt it Sama. Her last name is Sarna. Sarna with an R and an N. And we didn't think Kristen was going to get on the plane going to Toronto. And then when we got to Toronto, we weren't sure that she was going to get on the plane going to Cancun. So it's a big airport fiasco, and ever since I call her Sama. So now you guys know where that comes from. It's Sama. Okay, so I want to talk business. I want to talk shop with you guys. I want to update you with where I'm at. It's a beautiful spring day. The sun is out. We were going to film indoors, and then we ended up being close to the Vancouver Art Gallery. So here we are at Bellagio Cafe outside. We just want to take advantage of the beautiful weather. So if you hear some cars going by, some muscle cars and some mufflers and all that, that's because this is real. Okay, so hang on, I got to take a little bit of a breather because I don't actually know what I'm going to talk about. I just started. We're going to shoot a video, but I have no idea what I'm going to say. One of the things that's been on my mind is business growth and how you grow a business. You guys have heard me talk a lot about having started House of Bohn 8 years ago and grown it to a certain point where now I'm leveraging my interior design business to do a second venture. So for me, I'm all about growth. I love growing a business. I love growing a team. I love building a team. I love all facets of business growth. Like, that just gets me so excited. And one of the things that's really been on my mind in the last little while is team, HR, and how much as the business owner or the founder of a business, you really have to step back and allow your team to take on more and more and more if you truly want to grow. You have to. There's no other way to do it. And as a business owner and a founder of a business, when you've been so hands-on in your business for so long, because in the beginning, as we all know, when you're starting a business, you do everything. You do a little bit of accounting and bookkeeping, and you do a little bit of design work or whatever it is that your trade is. You do sales, you do marketing, you do finance, you do everything, client management, everything. And as you grow, you naturally have to let people take more and more of those roles on in order to successfully grow. If you want to stay small, there's lots of amazingly profitable, successful business owners who are solopreneurs, or they might have a team of just a couple people working for them who could be highly profitable and could have a very great quality of life. So I think that there's nothing wrong with staying small. And sometimes in business, that's one of the questions that you need to ask yourself is, do you really want to grow? Because there's a whole beast that comes along and set of protocols that comes along with growing. Or are you happy doing and honing in on your craft and developing that and really becoming great at what you love to do? Anyways, that's a business question that needs to be answered at some point along in your journey. And for me, what's been on my mind is how much I'm excited to allow my team to take on more and more in my business. And one of the things that I'm starting to do is actually start to coach a leadership team at House of Bohn so that there's people on the design team who can take on really big clients, who can manage really big clients, who can manage new designers that are coming into my company and who are able to really be the face of House of Bohn in a really big way. So this is new for me. I've never coached a leadership team before. This is exciting. It's an exciting time. And on that note, I'm just going to read you one of the questions that came in. So this came in via Instagram from Shannon O'Neill, who had a question that was directly related to HR. When you hire people and they are nice people, what do you do when you want to maintain a level of personal and professional distance? So she says she finds it hard to walk a fine line between being friendly but wanting to keep somewhat of a professional distance. So see, this is a very relevant topic because Sama and I are actually good friends and we work together. She works for me. And so this is totally relevant because I mean, I love the fact, that she works with me. I love it. And I love that we can hang out outside of work and that we can get along and talk about things and we have common interests, which includes like fashion and photography or sports or whatever outside of work. So I personally love that. And I think for me, bringing that into the company is good for company culture. But I don't think that we would have a successful work relationship if we didn't have really good boundaries, really good communication, and we didn't have really good respect for one another. So to summarize it, I really think that you can be friends with your staff, for sure, if you have those three things. And what I mean by respect is that I think there has to be respect mutually on both sides for the other person's position and where you're at. So I think your staff has to respect you as a boss. So if you need something done, or if there's a deadline, or if there's a protocol or a policy, it's instilled for a certain reason and your staff has to respect that. On the flip side, as a boss, just because you're friends, you have to also be respectful of their personal time. So like, I can't call my staff late at night because I have a genius idea and I want them to hear about it. I could call them late at night about maybe a friend thing, but I have to be respectful that there is work time and then there's like playtime or friend time. And so as a boss, you have to be really conscious of that because I feel like you can be taking advantage of that friendship that way. I think you have to have really good boundaries. So that's where that falls into, is you have to know what you can handle in terms of work and friendship and know what doesn't work for you. And if your staff goes on vacation or if it's the weekend, like I just said, you can't be calling them all the time about work stuff. And vice versa, your staff can't be putting in a whole bunch of vacation requests or missing deadlines or not following through on the work that they need to get done and not think that there's going to be repercussions just because you're friends. Like, those repercussions need to exist because you still have to run a business. Okay, and third, you have to have really good communication. So what I mean by that is that if a problem arises, let's say with a project or with a client or with a deadline or with a deliverable, I think you have to be able to come to the table and communicate that in a really clear, concise way that's very level-headed, and you have to leave the emotion out of it. If you bring a lot of emotion to the table, it's not going to go in your favor as a boss at all. And in fact, I think that's going to turn a lot of people off. I think when you come to the table, you always have to come to the table really level-headed. And if something did go wrong, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt and talk it through and just try to understand their perspective. Maybe they didn't understand the deliverables, they didn't understand the criteria, they didn't realize that there was a specific deadline. So it's good to talk those things out because they're always really great learning lessons. And that great communication is what establishes really good respect. And that's how you can have really great friendships with your staff, in my opinion. So I hope that answered your question. Shannon, thank you for asking. If you have any more questions that are staff related, growing a business related when it comes to HR, let me know. You can follow me on Instagram, send me a direct message. We'll throw up the title. Send me a direct message anytime. I love hearing from you guys. I would love to hear what your opinion is on this video and if you found it useful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because we are currently pushing out 2 videos a week. There's fresh content on Mondays and Thursdays, so I hope to see you back for more. Thanks for watching.